Alright, what's up guys? I'm going to teach you guys how to edit the script. On Saturday night, Chris Wick will send a script and it'll be the director's responsibility to make sure that our script mirrors their script with any changes they've made. So the element column, this column right here, needs to match their verbiage, their flow. All these columns over here, man, that's totally on us. Whatever is our lingo, our verbiage, how we do things. This is to help us out. But this section is to make sure we're totally matching with Grapevine. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that. Sometimes I'll tell you, hey, we're not going to do this one thing they're doing. In that case, our script wouldn't completely match theirs, but that's on a, by mention basis. So what you do is you come in, you log in, and see where you have this. If you scroll over an element, you have this pencil. That allows you to edit an element. These notes over here allows you to edit the time. This little red guy allows you to delete an element. If you click, hold down, and move with the mouse, you can drag an element to wherever you want it. Over here, you can add an item, which would be like an element, or you can scroll down and add a song. You just type in the song, add the song. Or if say you want to make like a header, like one of these, you can hit add a header. Typically, whenever you create a new thing like that, it'll bring it down here below walkout, and you just have to drag it to wherever you want in your script. So let's do light it up real quick. On songs, all these columns have different purposes for different types of elements. On songs, we use the subtitle. Say we make note that we're only going to do a verse and a chorus, then we would use this column for that. But other than that, we never use a subtitle for songs. The side screen, we typically go lower third in IMAG. Make sure you type it in just like this. So all of our scripts have uniformity. Then center screen, we typically have a video playing, so you type in VTR. And then this section, if it's a sing-along, we put all sing. Of course, the band's playing. And then over here in the other notes, we put who's leading. This helps our audio engineer as well as our TD. But say it's a solo, and again, you would know if it's a solo because I would typically say that in our video that we make of the script, talking us through the script. You would just put who's doing that solo, so it would just be Derek and band. And again, this is just to help out the front house engineer to know, are they mixing all the vocalists or just one vocalist or what? So that's how you do that. Up here you can edit times. You hit accept when you're done. With times, we get all these times from Grapevine Script. We get our times for videos from Grapevine Script. But for welcome and greets, we typically always give that 1:30. For prayer and the message, we typically always give that 40 seconds. And then for our times for songs or fronts, fronts typically come from Grapevine as well. We match theirs. But for songs, we get that from our rehearsal time. So say, our rehearsal, we'll shoot an email to the director giving rehearsal times and say it says that Light It Up was 4:15, not 4:30. You just come in and edit that and boom, there you go. So that's how you do that. Now for like welcome, greet, guest registries, prayers, offertory setups, closing comments, what you use the subtitle section for on those type elements is the person's name. Then over here, if they haven't talked yet, we definitely want to give them an ID slide. Of course, there's going to be IMAG. And then if there's going to be like a guest registry slide, you'd put that here, or announcement slides, you'd put that there. We typically always have FC logo on the center screen. Audio notes, put who's going to be doing it. In this case, I'm doing it, so it'll be me and the band. But say Scott's doing it, then what we would do is say white mic and band. Or say Valerie's doing it, it would say white mic, band. And then over here, and for these kind of elements, we use the other notes for lighting notes. So bright house lights, or if it's going to be more of a focused element, like this front over here, we're going to do focus lighting. So let's fix that real quick. So we got me, IMAG, FC logo, my name and the band, and then focus lighting. So anyways, on MC sort of elements, we use this section for lighting notes. For the prayer and the message, we're always going to put a blackout and a stage change. This allows us to know like where the stage change is going to take place, and it gives It gives notes for the lighting, what to do there. Again, this is kind of an MC element, so we would put who's going to be speaking. In this case, it's me, and everything, shows that. Now check this out. For message, you're going to always put who's doing the message. If it's live, then we would put message lower third IMAG. But since it's not, it is live, but he's not in our room, we'll be rolling from turbo, 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 and then message lighting. That's what we use these columns for. Now check this out. On a template, it will, on a template, when you open up this box to edit, it'll look something like this. All these things will be empty, and this one will say enter name here. So what you have to do is come in and you have to type in the stuff yourself. Sorry, turbo, oh gosh, dang it, turbo, and then we'll black out for the prayer for the band to get on stage. Our stage change. This is our second stage change. We do not need to put Ed's name or whoever's speaking in all these things. We only need it for that first one. The reason we do that is because when you go to print out the script, it's going to save space and it helps out a lot. So if there's going to be like a message introduction, then put the name of who's doing the message introduction and then who's doing the message. But Ed's doing this, he's doing this, he's doing this, he's doing this. We know we don't need to put his name on all these things, so that's helpful with that. Obviously this video is going to come from Turbo, so we would keep it just like the message, turbo, turbo, turbo. We'd make the time match the time of the video that's on Grapevine script. And that's it. I think that covers everything. Then you come up here to print this plan, you click it, you select what kind of report you want to do. We're going to do an audio script. And then you select web page, click accept, and voila, there's our script. And what you want to do is, number one, hold it side by side with Grapevine's. Make sure this completely matches theirs, this flow right here in this column. Make sure the times of the videos match with theirs, the times of the fronts and greets and all that good stuff match with theirs. All this matches with theirs. If our live time is ever more than 2 minutes different than their live time, you need to let the worship leader know immediately so that we can figure out where we're going to cut off time. And then just make sure that all these columns, number one, are filled in. There should be always something filled in each of these columns. And then just make sure that the right things are filled in. And if you ever have questions, first of all, look at Grapevine script, then, watch the video, the weekend. That'll 9 times out of 10 answer your questions. But if you still have questions, call Chris Wick or call the worship leader, which would be myself most weekends, and just ask them. Say, hey, I don't know what to put. Who's leading this song? Can you tell me who's leading this song? Or, hey, Grapevine says that there's going to be blah, blah, blah. Is there going to be a blah, blah, blah in Miami? Don't hesitate to ask those kind of questions, because it's important that this script, when the team sees it on Sunday morning, that number one, it's completed, and two, it's accurate, so that it really helps them in making the service amazing. So that's it. If you have any questions looking over this, feel free to give me a call. But this is going to be great. It's going to allow you directors to make changes back at front of house whenever there's changes made last minute, and then you can get the scripts out to the team so we're all on the same page. And it'll also be great for Saturday night to just really help you take ownership from a production standpoint of the script and what's supposed to be happening as you come into Sunday morning. So talk to you guys later. Have a wonderful week, and we'll see you this weekend.